Whoa, what's going on, guys? So, we're heading over for a big boy freaking leg day, baby. Hope you're not going to the grocery store later and need that little wheelchair thing because I'm going to be in it. Matter of fact, my goal is to be so wide, I need to be in two of them. So, we're feeling good, feeling strong today. Finished up my second meal. Before I forget, the obligatory, if you like what you're watching, click like. It goes a long way for us. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. It helps out tremendously. And leave a comment. I'll always answer all of them. But what I want you to comment this time is, what's your favorite leg day move? And I don't mean favorite like, I have a lot of fun on the pit shark. I mean, which one do you really think gets you the best results? Not even necessarily your favorite quad, your favorite ham, your favorite glute. Just in general, which one do you think overall builds up your legs the most? There's no right or wrong answer. There might be a couple wrong answers. But most of the time, there's not a right or wrong answer. If you tell me curls in the squat rack are the best leg day move, we're going to have a problem, right? But anyway, the microwave is back in action today, so we had a proper second meal. So instead of French toast and a baby egg sandwich that made a mess everywhere, our second meal was 2 cups of white rice, 14 egg whites, a cup of chocolate milk, 3 Oreos, because I forgot them in my bag. So that was a happy accident, but they were stale. Still a happy accident. And the fruit juice that we're finishing off on the way over there. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to keep bringing this weight back up, because we're kind of back, roughly, more or less. Excuse me, hiccup. We're more or less back where we were before we got sick, which is crazy, because it's been a while. Now, that's not saying we didn't gain muscle or anything in that time period, but, when you're using the scale as a judgment factor and it was under what it normally is, hurts your feelings a little bit, right? So, that being said, we're back around 231 and change, which is fun because instead of trying to push to get back to where we were, now we're pushing for 240 again. And I know this time around we're gonna hit it. 240. We're gonna change things up a little bit, shoot for 250. Either stabilize that or go up. When I say stabilize it, I mean for a couple months. Excuse me. Oh my God. For a couple months, I don't want to dip under 250. Just letting my body recomp there a little bit, getting better and better. And if I go up to 255, 260, so be it. It's fine. Nothing wrong with it. As long as I'm not turning into, the Michelin Man in a bad way. But, so long as we don't dip under that number, I'm groovy. I'm good with that. Something funny that happened a couple days ago, and I apologize if I told the story already or not. I was outside of the coffee shop drinking a cup of coffee, right? Surprise, surprise. Now, there was this homeless dude that came around, and he was a little funky, a little cracked out, So he's trying to pet everybody's dogs, which is a pretty normal thing to do. But some girl, two young girls were holding a Yorkie, and he went over ooh, can I? And he just started petting the Yorkie, which was a little creepy, a little sus. So when I'm getting up, he's eyeballing me a little bit. Whenever we're sitting there drinking coffee, but not creepy eyeball, and just looking at me, So I get up, we're ready to leave. He goes, "Hey man," he goes, "You work out?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do. I work out a lot." He's like, "Where do you work out?" I'm like, "Oh, you wouldn't know it. It's a gym far out east." He's like, "Okay, cool." He goes, "You look good for your age." And that one threw me for a loop, because I've heard you look big, jokingly, "Oh, you gotta work hard, you're small." But I've never heard you look good for your age. You know, I'm not, and I'm in like an in-between age right now, where when my hair is long, excuse me, like you've seen, I'm like a silver fox, where I got grays all over the place. My beard especially, the whole undertone is basically gray. I'm not that old, it's just, you know, I've lived an incredibly stressful life, which I'm grateful for because it turned me mentally into the person I am today. But it did change my hair. So initially I'm like, oh, he thinks I'm young and I'm like jacked up for my age, and that's cool. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, I'm riddled in grays and I'm not, you know, 19 anymore. I'm like, does he think I'm 40 and I just look really good for 40? I'll never know. And what's funny is, like, you know, you come across people, or you come across sayings and movies and things like that that stick with you the rest of your life. That's going to be one of those interactions I never forget. Like, I'll probably forget what the guy looked like down the road, whatever, but you look good for your age. In my, you know, mid-whatever 20s, I'm like, huh? I'm still confused. I'm still confused about it. You know, meanwhile, it's just, you know, some dude cracked out. It wasn't supposed to make any sense. But that's one of those things, man, where I accept, right? I accept that it wasn't supposed to make any sense because the dude wasn't in his right mind. That's like me talking to a fish tank and not understanding why they're not talking to me. I get it. It's a fish. Probably not going to have a conversation with me. I've accepted that. It's in my, you know, my rotary book of knowledge in my brain. We're good. It's established. But even though that happened, and I'm aware it wasn't supposed to make any sense, man, that's going to be one of those ones that just sticks with me, man. Isn't that crazy? Something so little and stupid, because it really is stupid, you know, can stick with you the rest of your life just because of how it happened or when it happened or how much it just threw you for a loop. You're like, wait a minute. It's crazy, man. But regardless of that, been a wildly busy morning so far, which I love. I hate sitting around. It drives me nuts. And this weekend, we're going to something called the Honey Festival, which I've never been there. But from what I can assume, is going to be a lot of honey-related things. Now, I like honey. John likes his sweets. That'll be a good time. But that's pretty much my whole Sunday. So fortunately, it's a rest day. So we're going to get up early, do our cardio, go to the Honey Festival, I guess, whatever, and then come back home and get a bunch of work done. Now, unfortunately, like the video I made, was it yesterday or the day before? 2 days before, something like that, talking about having a pump to do the fun things your girl wants to do, right? The fun relationship-y activities. I'm not going to have an arm pump for Honey Day. I'm just going to have a John's existing pump, which, you know, it's not bad, right? But it's no fresh out the gym arm pump. Fresh out the gym dirty arm pump, you know, that's a special type of good looking right there. Good looking, good feeling, good feeding, you know? Good feeling, good everything. But for leg day, here's what I'm thinking. Whew. So we're going in there. Put our new shoes on. Our new shoes, right? So much of I told you guys, I think I did. But my other ones, I had a pair of Rider Wears. Probably should have said the brand name, but whatever. It's not a bad thing. I've had them for like 6 years. They never left my gym bag. Never. If I wore them out of the gym less than 10 times in 6 years, that'd be more than 10 times in 6 years, I'd be amazed. Because I really just never did. Unless I was in some wild rush. So, they were in great condition for a long time. But the leather, in between where like the lace is, and I guess the gap where the tongue of the shoe is, right? As if this helps you figure out what I'd like. What's the tongue of the shoe? Oh, that. Okay, good. You know what I'm talking about. The past month, and I guess talk about me being consistent, they both tore in the same spot within the last month. Minor tears, whatever. But the one on the right, I was tying the shoe one day and I saw the little cloth inside, the cotton inside, whatever. I heard a verbal like when I pulled, and I'm like, oh no, come on. You know, I couldn't be mad, right? Because I had the shoes for basically 6 years. So what am I going to get mad at, right? But actually an annoying thing about those shoes the whole time, and I'm glad they're gone, is because, you know, some shoes have a little tag on the back, like a little fabric tag to help you kind of pull to put your shoe on, right? For whatever reason, on the left shoe, that broke in like the first month of me having the shoe. The right shoe stayed attached forever. That left shoe broke in like the first month, which just aggravated me. Not in an audible way, like looking at the shoes like, oh, you stupid freaking shoe. I'd forget about it 9 times out of 10. I'd look at it and be like, ugh, that's annoying. But they were cool too. They were like a maroon with carbon fiber on there. It was cool. So the pair I got yesterday, I'm not going to mention brands, right? But if you ask me in the comments, I might let you know. I gave you a pretty good hint. It's a good brand. And I went to go order them on Amazon, and they didn't have my size available for like next day delivery. So I'm like, oh, that sucks. I guess they only stocked like, I'm a size 11 shoe. So it would like auto set to the size 10s. I guess the warehouse had 10s in stock. And the Amazon warehouse, where they're like, it'll be there in 24 hours and your money back, basically. So I'm like, wonderful, great. Until I click through the sizes, I'm like, oh, that's annoying. So it took them a week to get here, a little over a week, which, not a big deal. I'm just grateful they got here last night instead of today, during the day, because I'm about to train legs. So I'm glad I have good lifting shoes to train legs, and I'm excited to try them, you know? Obviously, it's something new. Excited, leave me alone, let me be excited, right? Don't harass me. But they mail it with like your invoice with like a separate notice that says like no refunds, no returns, no exemptions. If you want to return it, there's like this restocking fee. I'm like, Jesus, like what are you guys so extreme about? And the box they sent me, the shoes look fine, but the box they sent me was like beat to shit with a hole, kind of like a hole in the top of it, and it was the wrong size by like a half a size. It was an 11.5 instead of an 11. And I compared them to like I didn't try them on yet. Probably should have. But I'm going to try them on when I get to the gym. And I brought my old shoes just in case. If these work, I'm the type of guy where if I go to the store because I need new shoes because mine are falling apart, I'll wear the new shoes out of the store and throw mine on it and throw my old shoes out in the garbage on the way out. I'm like, yep, these are my shoes now, and I'm good. I'm going about the day. So if these are good, I'm going to toss my shoes on the spot. But sure they'll be all right. I put the two shoes next to each other. They look the same, if not identical. I don't know. But I'm excited to try them. They're a lot taller than my other shoes too, which is pretty cool because my calves will look good. So we're gonna put the shoes on, put the brand new shoes on. Be fresh, as the kids say. We're gonna be fresh and on fleek. On fleek, that's a good one. Extensions, nice and light. Pendulum squat. Horizontal leg press. RDLs. The baby back seated hack squat. Followed by accessories. So we have donkeys. We have inners, outers. We have what I call fat man calves, which, sorry, I call them fat man calves, which is where I'll essentially put a very heavy weight on like a standing calf raise, and I'll time myself, I'll just hold it there. I'll just let my calves and my legs feel like holding 600 pounds up for like a good 30 seconds, 40 seconds. And so not really trying to move the weight around at all. I can move it around if I want, but more so just holding that weight on my body and holding that weight on my calves. So fat man calves, yeah, that's a John workout for you, right? But it helps. My calves aren't, they're not bad. Everybody wants bigger calves. Everybody thinks they have small calves. But I know mine aren't bad, which is do you want to talk about being confident in yourself? If you're confident in your calves and you're a man, that's all the self-confidence you need. You could take over a nation with that type of self-confidence. So after the fat mans, right, fat man calves, we're going to go into inners, outers. I'm sorry, after the fat man calves, it was inners, outers, fat man calves, extensions, hamstring curls, sissy squats. Then we're done with the lift. We're going to go pose. We're going to see if there's even a single line left in my quads. And that'll about wrap up leg day, man. So we're going to be there in a moment. We're good to drink it. I'm just, maybe not while I'm changing lanes. So, listen for the pop. Beautiful. Cheers, my friends. And maybe not while people are trying to merge into me. You can go, BMW, you can go. You can still go, lady. All right, cheers again. Oh, now she's not going to go. Now she don't want to go. Okay? Ooh. All right, she got off at the exit. I thought she was just going to stay on and get in front of me at the last second, as if I royally messed up her plan to merge over one lane. So, that's about it, guys. I'm a little nauseous, but that happens after my big meal sometimes. It's only a little bit, I'll be okay. This actually helps with nausea, believe it or not. If you know why you have the nausea, Diet Coke. You don't need a lot of it, by any means. But when your nausea stems from overeating, which is what mine always stems from, and I'm somebody with a very acidic stomach, in a good way, because I ate a ton of protein, a ton of things like that need to be broken down. Diet Coke is extremely alkaline. Like, if you bring your car to the shop and there's corrosion on your battery, like your plug-ins for the battery in the car. That corrosive stuff is all, what's this guy doing? Is all acidic. So what they'll do is, like, it's literally just battery acid. It doesn't get more acidic than battery acid. So they actually pour Diet Coke onto it to help clean it off. So when your stomach pain, not stomach pain, but nausea mainly, is derived from, actually does feel a little bit better already, something being too acidic, I'm sure I had enough. Diet Coke actually does help a lot. Not regular Coke. All the bullshit and the chemicals in the Diet Coke, couldn't tell you why. Like, I know it's because it's alkaline. Couldn't tell you what products in there are alkaline because I've never looked, but it works. That's good enough for me. So on that note, my friends, I'm gonna let my stomach rest for a minute, and I'll see you inside. Let's get it, baby. Whoa. Whew. So, leg day is finished, man. We're shot. These new shoes are pretty cool. I'm getting used to them. They were the half a size too big, but feels like they'll be alright. So we'll be good. I was breaking them in a little bit because I always walk a little, like, into my knee. And I'm just trying to remember to fix that with new shoes. Because I've always had really bad flat feet. Like, I have zero arch on there. So for leg days, works great. For life, not so much. So without further ado, why don't we see what the ladies have in store for us today. I don't think there's gonna be a line in those damn things. Oh boy. Oh, there we go. Okay, mic's still on. You can see the line from my belt. Today we were, oh God, there's no blood in my upper body whatsoever. We were 230 on the nose today, which John didn't like that. We're gonna eat big today, get that weight back up. But let's see what we're working with here. Okay. All right. Ooh. They look good. Ooh. What about from the side? We had some good RDLs today. That was a nice clean set. Whoa. I'm a little off balance. I'm pretty tired. God, I don't even feel like flexing my upper body. All the blood's just down here. There's nothing to flex up there. Oh. Whew. The meat on the hammies look good though. Calves look good. Can you see the calves in the camera? Yeah, maybe. Whew. I'm a little loopy right now, guys. I think I gotta get out of here. Get some food in me. So, hope you guys have a great day. If you're not eating big, eat bigger. If you're not lifting heavy, lift heavier. If you're not training hard, train harder. And on that note, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.